Hello, and welcome back to Pokemon Part 21, I believe. And in this part, we will actually be doing the Silph unlike last episode where I thought we were doing the Silph and we weren't. So, I'm gonna show you guys how to get to where you need to go the fastest way possible. And that is to start going on floor 5. And didn't mean to battle that guy. But what you need to do is you need to get over to this area. That guy saw me, and I think I showed this battle because it's usually an inevitability that you have to fight this guy. Plus he only has one Pokemon. Not even going to be too bad. Oh, level 33. I didn't think they had that high of Pokemon in here. Huh. Alright. Well, it's going to be a cakewalk anyways. I'm just going to send out good old Blastoise and probably just surf this guy to, you know, a place that you surf to. Cinnabar Island. Uh-oh. Got glared. Just think about that. You're, like, Blastoise is paralyzed. Just by looking at somebody, he's paralyzed. I understand if it's like paralyzed and fear, but I just mean, I think of it as like you're paralyzed from like the waist down. Like you just can't move anything. Just somebody looks at you and then you just fall because you can't use your legs and you're, I don't know. Just something to think about, I guess. But with that, we got the card key, which is needed to continue on. So after you got the card key, you can immediately head to floor 3, I believe. Let's take a look. There we go. And using the card key, can't go that way, you idiot. Using the card key, I think I show off this battle too. There we go. We can open certain doors in the Silph now. I usually grab the card key first, then battle everyone from floor 1 on up, grab all the items, which there are, to my knowledge, a good amount of items in the Silph Company. I think in the original red and blue version you can find TM26 Earthquake. I don't even know if it was 26. I'm just assuming it was 26. But you can find Earthquake. I know in this version you can find a couple of EV boosting items like Carbos, Zincs, Proteins, all that fun stuff. What else could you find? Find a couple of rare candies, I think. So there's a lot of good items, and it is worth going through the entire thing, battling everyone, because they're not that much of a challenge. Like level 28s, we're 10 levels above. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's definitely worth your time going through, battling everyone, getting all the items, doing all that fun stuff. But with the card key, we can open that door, and that's actually the panel. Whoops, hopefully that didn't make a lot of noise. Bumped the table on accident. That panel in the previous room is actually the place that we need to go, but I'm showing off floor number 9, and I think I show off this battle. Let's see. Yep. But if you need a place to heal, floor 9 has beds that you can sleep in, and your Pokemon will get healed. Got that ice cream dipped Drowsy right there. What is Drowsy supposed to be? It's got like a nose like an elephant. A trunk. Is it a trunk? Because like elephants have trunks. Like I know elephants have trunks. But that's also the nose. So is it also a nose? I'm just confused on the difference between a chunk and a nose. But after the battle, we get to go rest up in nice little beds. And then from this point on, you have basically all the things you need to make it through whatchamacallit. And you can go. And as you can see, there's Gary Oak right there. Oh, I guess Blue. He's called Blue, but I called him Gary because that's what I called him when I was a little. Because the anime and all. But now, we are going through. And we're facing all the trainers. And getting all the stuff that we need to get. Here in Silphco. Accompanied by the... I think this is this XD a Coliseum? I think I can't remember. This is the Peon Battle. I'm gonna say Peon Battle for Pokemon XD, and if it's not, well, I'm dumb. I know it is the Peon Battle. Pretty sure, right? It's the Cypher Peon Battle music for XD, I'm gonna say. Is it? I can't remember. I'll look it up after the video, and I'm sure you guys either don't know or don't care. So, if it's really that big of a deal to you, and you don't know, just look it up. Both are pretty good songs. They have both Pokemon Coliseum and XD have pretty good soundtracks, and I do enjoy listening to them on occasion. Especially the Meyer B music. That's just great music to dance to, both versions of it. But now, Gary saw us coming into the Silph Company, apparently. So he decided to not take care of the situation that these people were being held hostage and just wait for us, so then he could battle us. It's kind of a random spot, but hey man, whatever, I guess. And while all the trainers in here have high 20s, probably some low 30s, Gary here is pretty high 30s, and I think his ace is either 39 or 40, 41 maybe. So, pretty big difference here, almost a 10 level gap. Why Pokemon Company? Just why? But my team actually counters him pretty well. I didn't really intend on doing that, but at the same time I kind of did. Like, I got Blastoise for his Growlithe. I got Raichu for his Gyarados. Jinx or Raichu for the Pidgeot. I got Scyther for both his Venusaur and or the Alakazam. And I got Flareon for his Venusaur and Alakazam, because Flareon knows Shadow Ball. And like I said, Ghost type moves are physical. Shadow Ball is a physical move. Flareon's got good physical attack. Shadow Ball usually gets his Alakazam pretty good. Same with Snorlax. Is a good Alakazam counter because it also can learn Shadow Ball and it's got high special defense. But I'm just gonna surf it because it's easier and it'll get the job done. And with that, Gary is defeated. Not too bad. And that is... Actually, no, that's not the last time we faced Gary. I always forget the battle with Gary before Victory Road and after the 8th gym. Oh, here we can get a Lapras from this researcher. Lapras is a pretty decent Pokemon. High HP. Water Ice type. So if you don't have a water type in your party yet, I'd recommend grabbing it. Not that bad. And then we got one more Rocket Trainer to fight, which this guy always annoys me because the Pokemon companies were like, well, you beat Gary to get to here, so let's just give him higher level Pokemon. So he has 3 Pokemon and level 32 Cubone, and I'm assuming level 32 is maybe like a 33, 34. But if you guys recall, we fought Pokemon trainers with less Pokemon usually have higher level Pokemon. And the more Pokemon they have, the lower level Pokemon they have. This guy's 3, which is kind of in the middle, which is fine. But as you guys can recall, we fought an Arbok, which was level 33, and that was only 1 Pokemon. Why couldn't all the encounters be like 30s, low 30s to mid 30s, just to balance it out a bit more, like this guy? Because this guy, if he would have had 1 Pokemon, it probably would have been like level 36, 37, and it just would have been better experience points, just around, because it's kind of uneven. I don't know. And something about, like, you fight your rival, and then you fight the boss, but then you got this grunt that's in the way that you have to fight. I just think it's pointless and annoying. But let's take on Giovanni and save the Silph Company. I think this could potentially be the first time you fight Giovanni if you do the Pokédoll trick in the Pokemon Tower. And I think I talked about that, but you can skip the Marowak, which lets you skip getting the Silph Scope, basically. So this could be the first time that you fight Giovanni, if you know about that strat. And if you can get a Pokédoll before then, which I think you can. I think they sell them at the game corner. But yeah, our Jinx can pretty much rinse through Giovanni because he has a lot of ground types. And he has poison types too. So Psychic the poison, Ice Punch the ground types because Ice is good against ground. Kangaskhan is the only thing that can give you a little trouble, but if it's fine. You're probably not going to lose this fight. I think it's easier to lose the fight with Gary than it is to lose the fight with... Did I say that right? It's easier to lose. Yeah. I think Gary... What I'm trying to say is I think Gary's harder than Giovanni. Just because Giovanni doesn't have, like a good spread of Pokemon, while Gary does have a good spread. Unless you chose Venusaur, which would have Gary would have 3 flying types, which just get a good rock or electric type and you're pretty much set. And yeah, Giovanni's not that difficult of a fight. And with that, we Scyther's trying to learn Double Team. Definitely not going to learn that because every move we have is a lot better than Double Team. But with that, we beat Giovanni, and Team Rocket leaves. And on top of that, we also get, let's see, we get the Master Ball, which, as the president will explain, it catches any Pokemon without fail. We only get one, which is a bummer, but it's also a guaranteed catch. And I don't know what I'm going to use it on yet. I got a couple ideas, but we will, in the next part, we will be taking on Sabrina, which should be a blast. And let me tell you what, it's gonna be interesting. So, see you guys in the next part.